Now, do you assess the anointed, so-called anointed candidate to be a capable leader? That's talking about the GNS Pwajok now.
I mean, undoubtedly, I think GNS Pwajok has the capacity to lead Plateau, without a doubt.
Okay.
He's intelligent, he's forthright, he has presence, and I think the generality of the man, when you interact with him, you realize that yes, he does have something. I have no doubt that those qualities will thrust him into leadership.
I'll just interrupt you there. Now, a few people have actually called him a textbook politician. Now, lots of people believe that he can talk the talk, but as to whether he can walk the walk is another issue. Now, what's your take on that? Do you think GNS is actually that kind of politician that is A, ruthless, B, bold, C, decisive, and D, capable of taking accurate decisions irrespective of how popular these decisions are?
It's a very interesting question that you asked there. I think GNS Pwajok, if you look at his journey to Director of Research and all the way to Chief of Staff and ultimately the Senate, there has been a trajectory. You can see the progress that has been made along the way. Now, is he someone who's decisive? Yes, he is. Is he a leader? Yes, he is. Has he demonstrated that pedigree over and beyond? Maybe not so much. Because I think what you'd find with the man is he has been given progressively one responsibility after the other. And don't forget, he is under the wings of a governor who has a big personality as well. So his capacity to come out and shine is limited, from that point of view. So to answer your questions, yes, he has those he has those skills and experience. But have we seen all of those being demonstrated? I think perhaps not.
Now, for a politician, right, who goes out, buys sewing machines, buys generators, hair dryers, and the like, now comes back to his constituency and distributes these things to people as if we're still in that infancy stage of politics. I think personally that Nigeria has gone beyond that. We've gone beyond, doing things for showmanship and to buy the interests of people just before politics. I mean, I have to say that personally, based on my interaction with lots of people, there are so many people that are really disappointed by that, by that sole act. Now, by doing that, has he actually satisfied everyone within his constituency? Has everyone actually benefited from all this equipment and all these things that he's given people? And if they haven't all benefited, how is he going to appease all these people? Why not embark on a proper developmental project that can benefit the whole community?
I think you've asked a very, very important question. That in itself, to be frank with you, it's quite disappointing. Disappointing for a variety of reasons. A, the timing. When you do such a gesture just before elections, it shows exactly what you're trying to do. Exactly. Why was this gesture not done way 2 years ago? Why is it just being done now? So timing, I think, is off, and therefore makes the whole thing suspect. Beyond that, then you look at the whole thing of, the press coverage around it and the sort of things that are being given. If you give me a hair dryer, or you give me a grinding machine, a sewing machine, that's not livelihood. That's not a skill. Once that dryer breaks down, that will be the end of it.
Because it cannot be fixed. The problem then is that the person does not know how it was obtained. The person does not have the ability to obtain. It says, sense of value.
They don't have the sense of value. Once it breaks down, that's it. And I think this is the problem here. So from that point of view, I think he was ill-informed. It was an ill decision. Whoever advised that, I think, was ill, and the timing was very poor. It comes across as simply politics.
Right. So. In conclusion, therefore, of this whole interview session, now have we agreed that zoning is not good for Plateau State? That's one. And then do you also agree then that GNS and Longjang are equally credible candidates then for the governorship position of Plateau State? And would it just be them? I mean, are there any other candidates in Plateau State at the moment that you think are equally credible at the moment as well?
It's a very interesting question. I think yes, I agree with you. The zoning, perhaps in the sense of it today, is not good for Plateau. Plateau State. And yes, Ignatius Longjang is a very, very credible candidate. I think he'll do amazing for Plateau. He has the skills and the experience and the capacity and the temperament. GNS Pwajok, fantastic. He's an intelligent young man. He's an intelligent young man. He brings fresh ideas. He looks at things from a very, very different perspective. And I think he will be amazing for Plateau, and especially because he's worked with Jang as well. And the same for Ignatius Longjang.
Yeah, just a quick one. Ignatius Longjang,
yes.
About 70 years of age.
Yes.
Is that still a decent age then for a governor? Would he have the strength and the ability to be as agile as you need a governor to be?
It's a very interesting question, you say. I would have thought that 70 years is old. But look at Jang. Jang is 70. And he has been able to achieve so much. So why should we therefore, you know, why should we discriminate against Longjang?
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Very quickly then.
Yes.
What other candidates are out there at the moment that you can actually say these are credible candidates? Do you think that all the credible candidates in Plateau State are actually vying for the position of governor?
Not really, no. I mean, there are people who I'm very excited about. You know, Tioden. Sonny Tioden, I think, is a fantastic candidate. He's a professor, an academic, intelligent man. I think he would make a great governor. Professor Longmas Wakmuk, I think he's a fantastic candidate as well. You know, he brings something different to the party. He governs. He used to be DG of ITF. I think he'll do amazing. John Clark Dabuan, I don't know so much about him, but I think, you know, equally he will be quite good. But I think the person whom I would have been very excited about if he had run, because he has demonstrated himself in a variety of places, is Professor Nenful Gumwalk. Right. I think Professor Nenful Gumwalk is somebody whom you can rely on. This is a man who carries Plateau on his heart. You know, it's my personal opinion, but I think he would be an amazing candidate for governor.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much.